Hi everyone, I am Bhaskar Joshi. I am from Meerut, Uttar Pradesh. I did my graduation in 2012. I came to know about the Evision from one of my friends. Evision is a IT recruiting and a consultancy company. I enrolled into Evision online full-day job internship program under the guidance of IT managers and administration. Within that program, they taught us about a lot of modules which includes Windows administration, basic networking, CCNA, cybersecurity, Linux, ITIL, virtualization. In Windows administration, I learned what is a workgroup, what is a domain, how we set up a domain network in our enterprise, how we connect devices to a domain network, how we manage objects within our domain using Active Directory, how we can install operating system onto our remote machines using WDS, which stands for Windows Deployment Service, an Active Directory tool, how we can configure settings for our computers and the users using group policy, how I can assign or restrict access to shared resources available in my domain using groups, how I can assign IP address to my devices dynamically using DHCP server, how to set up a DHCP server, what is the scope in DHCP server, and what all the steps we have to follow if we encounter any error. In networking, in basic networking, they taught us what do you mean by the network, what are the different types of networks based on the areas and the medium, what are the different models in our networking like OSI model and the TCP/IP model, what are the different layers in these models, what are the roles and responsibilities of those layers, different network devices and protocols that work on those layers, what is an IP address, what is a MAC address, what are the different types of my IP address, what are the different versions of IP address, what are the different classes of IP address, what do you mean by the subnets, what do you mean by the subnetting. And in CCNA they taught us like the routing, switching, different types of routing like static and the dynamic, how we set up a dynamic routing using the routing protocols. In switching they taught us what do you mean by the VLANs, how we set up the VLAN, etc. In ITIL they taught us what is the ITIL and using it how we can manage the process in our enterprise, what are the different terminologies in ITIL like incident, problem, service request, SLA, TAT, what is the severity, what do you mean by the priority, how we raise the tickets, etc. In cybersecurity they taught about the different techniques by which we can scan the ports available in our remote machines, how we can crack the password using Kali Linux platform. So the trainers' way of training was very good, and they make sure each and every one of us learned all these concepts not only theoretically but also practical, and they were always available to solve our queries, and they even conducted our mock interviews. So overall my experience with Evision was very good, and I highly recommend anyone who really want to start his career in IT sector without any delay, join Evision and get your job assured. Thank you very much.